So module 24 is just about to go live with a new lockbox. So let's open a bunch of these Myconid lockboxes, see what all the rewards are about, and we can get testing the new mount and companion. We buy a bunch from the bazaar and we can go and open 250 to get our top tier reward guaranteed. It's the same pattern as all the previous recent lockboxes, with our mythic account wide mount and very nicely a mythic account wide companion as like the top tier rewards. Additionally, when you open a certain amount, you will guaranteed obtain certain rewards. At 250, you get a choice pack between your mythic companion and your mythic mount. Very nice to see that. However, again, similar trend. Trade bars have gone down the drain with these lockboxes. So just a heads up, you will lose a lot of value by missing out on those. So let's begin. We're just going to speed through this fairly quickly since, yeah, it's just a lockbox and like many others, you get the rewards. Now, you can see at 25 again, guaranteed to get some companion upgrade tokens. Getting to 50, you get the guaranteed companion pack, of which we just got a green one. It's just a random pack. And we continue on getting to our 75 with the guaranteed mount upgrade tokens. Getting to 100 there with the mount pack, which again, you can get between like just green up to even mythic, but we just got a basilisk. At 140, we got the new mount. We can just inspect that real quick. It's just a reskin of a bullet, but it's got the new mystic aura, which could be really good, especially if it stacks with runic aura, and then spore explosion, which could be good for AoE, not so much in single target. Does have 3 universal mount insignia bonuses there, so you can have any bonus you want. At 150, we get the guaranteed 1,000 trade bars. Again, that does not make up for the amount of trade bars you're missing by opening these versus the other type. Again, I made a video where covering all 9 types which have a ton of trade bars that it can give you, and I tell you then why also trade bars are so valuable. But we get up to that 200 mark, we get the coalescent moat guaranteed, also pretty neat. And we just got to get the last leg of it to 250, so we can get most likely the companion from that choice pack if it doesn't drop sooner. But there we go, up to 250, and you get the choice pack. And there we can see all of our rewards. We can see our session rewards here as well. You can see bag of holding, very nice. Unfortunately, it's not the new ones with 72 slots. They will be dropping from the magnificent lockbox and most likely buyable in the Zen market. With our coal moat, 2 mythic insignias, that mythic choice pack, the mythic mount. You can see a bunch of legendary insignias there. We even got some legendary mounts here as well. That was actually quite a few of them. They're really going down the drain with regards to them dropping so often in terms of their value. But you can see this rune-clad manticore. Actually, I think this guy's pretty valuable. Does have the runic aura ability, which is what we're going to be comparing against the new mystic aura ability. And scrolling down here, a bunch of epic insignias, some epic mounts there as well. We got like the white owlbear, and we also got another standard owlbear. The white owlbear now actually being sellable, so that's going to be quite expensive. That's pretty lucky to get this one. People who are collectors, this was usually dropping as bound to characters, so you weren't able to sell it. Now you will. That's pretty lucky there. And then some epic companions there with like a tomb spider. It's pretty expensive. And then you can see the rest there. 210 companion upgrade tokens, not too bad, but again, you get far more by opening older lockboxes for trade bars. And you can see the blue companions and mounts there along with the green ones. 100 preservation wards. That's all right. That's nearly 1 million astral diamonds and 1,400 trade bars. Again, that does not make up for the amount of trade bars you normally would get after 250 keys, which is like over 12,000 normally. Anyway, let's use that choice pack to obtain the new companion. Using the choice pack again, you can see you've got that choice of the 2, and now we got the companion. Rump a dump, and you can see him just there. He's got a very unique equip power of invigorating spores. Can definitely be useful for AoE fights, but not so much, I believe, within like boss fights, as that's not too reliable, and unfortunately it only lasts 6 seconds with a 15-second cooldown. Otherwise, he's got mobility, which is unique. We have not seen that before. Chance on a hit to increase your movement speed. Currently it says 0%. That's because I do not have a companion summoned. We summon our companion and you can see that is 7.5% movement speed. Actually pretty nice for movement speed, but again, that's pretty useless when you're running challenger content. Just want to increase your ability. So let's have a look at this mount. We'll go and equip him right there. He's account wide, so you can get it on all your characters, but we can see the appearance. We can just search it here, I believe. And we have our Myconid bullet. We can go and mount up on him. There we go. That's your animation. Not much different to other bullets. Does have a bit of a green tinge to it. And there you go. Nothing too special in my opinion. You'll blend probably into this Underdark zone pretty well. But let's have a look at the companion. Rumpa-dump. Again, we can bind him there and it will automatically give him his name and we can just click OK. Very nice. And then we can go and we can summon him just there and we can see what his powers do. We can see he is just a Myconid. He's actually an NPC in this zone and he has the abilities of animating spores, who will use spores to animate corpses of a fallen creature and have it infect the target, inflicting high damage over time. Interesting. And then fast fist attack, a violent punch, and then infects target with spores, dealing damage over time. And then multi-attack, releasing pacifying spores. Animating spores. He's going to animate the corpse of a fallen creature and have it infect the target. I guess he's just going to like revive an enemy you killed. I don't think so. But that's him following us around. Let's go test him against some dummies. And so them being account wide, we can claim them on this character. That's the mount. And down the bottom here is the companion. Again, we can just simply search him here and we find him and can summon him and then have him attack our target. And let's have a look. Yeah, that was the dummy he just spawned, or the animated creature. We can see his damage ticking off there. Let's activate our combat log and we can see and compare him to like the pseudo dragon. His attacks are definitely unique. You can see all those effects on the target there. I guess those are to signify the spores. Meanwhile, let's have a look at the new mount, the Myconid bullet. We can search our combat powers here as well for the spore explosion. Okay, this filter's a little bit bugged. Here we have spore explosion. I go to equip it and it sticks some other random combat power there. Well done, Cryptic. But here's our spore explosion and we can go to use it on the dummy. We use the combat power and we can see basically he just kind of stomps down and yeah, does some damage. Doesn't seem to be that much of a big area. Didn't hit that guy at all, but it should also give us a damage buff, which we probably already missed. As for Rumpa-dump's combat power, and we can search it here, invigorating spores, and there we have it. Now, if we double click that to equip it, again, like the combat powers, it's bugged and doesn't actually equip them. Really, Cryptic, you don't test your things, but following alphabetical order, invigorating spores should be I right here, the mushroom. And this would give us the ability, when to use an encounter power, to increase your critical strike and critical severity by 9.38% for 6 seconds. That's pretty massive. We use an encounter power. Does it activate? We have a look. We didn't get it there. Let's use another encounter power. We got it there. We can see the hand icon, which is invigorating spores, which massively increases our crit and crit strike. So it works. It procs on counters. It's probably going to activate very easily on the rogue. So probably pretty useful if you're in short AoE fights where you can jump in and out of combat. And basically, does it reactivate then? Let's switch to like smite and we can see, like if I use smite now, it's activated, right? And so we go out of combat and basically, hopefully it resets. So like, can we activate it now again, like really soon? I don't think we can. It probably has a 15-second cooldown. regardless if you're in or out of combat, because we did go out of combat. Yeah, invigorating spores works. 15-second cooldown can be useful for AoE, but I think that's about it. It's not really reliable enough for single target. Of course, if you have nothing else as a DPS or a healer, this is pretty useful, being on a mythic account-wide companion, and you can use it as a stepping stone towards getting something better down the road. Now, as for Rumpa-Dump's damage, we can have a quick look at the log here, and we can see he's actually doing some decent damage, like 32,000 encounter DPS. He's got his animating spores, his hallucinating spores, and his fist attack. His animating spores is supposed to be his heavy damage over time ability. Doesn't seem to do that much damage. And otherwise, 32,000 encounter DPS. Well, if we look at the DPS list here, that would put him around like top 10 or so. So not too bad. And if we exclude like the Paranoid Delusion, he's in the top 5. That's not bad at all. Cryptic stepping up, dealing some decent damage on a new companion. Definitely a companion you can use instead of like the Pseudo Dragon or any of those high-end companions. Again, being here on like competitive with like the Owl and the Paranoid Delusion on the Paladin. If you don't have a Tomb Spider, Gith, Honey Badger, or Pseudo Dragon, it's a definite viable option. Especially again, you're getting it straight away on Mythic. All your characters don't have to upgrade it. Again, he's primarily going to be single target damage. He doesn't seem to be doing much against multiple targets whatsoever, so just keep that in mind, only for boss fights. Again, the mount combat power, we can use that there again, and you just, yeah, it's a very small area, not any bigger than explosive equalizer, and will give you a decent 19% damage boost, only for 10 seconds though, and yeah, that's about it. Not too impressed. Otherwise, the ability itself, like we have our Mystic Aura here. Again, I believe if we try equip this, okay, it actually worked. Well done, Cryptic. You can see that it gives us the benefit there of not even showing on our buff bar. Well done, Cryptic. Probably works when you're in a party with somebody. Is anybody nearby? Again, you can quickly see what the mount looks like when running around. But while in a party here, I have Mystic Aura activated. And let's have a look. Does it give him any stats? We'll have a look at his stats themselves. And we can see he has 62% accuracy. If I am to go and remove this to something else, we can have a look again at his stats. And he has 60%. So he did seem to benefit from it. Again, let's go and equip it. I believe it's just not showing on the buff bar at all, which is definitely going to cause some people to say it doesn't work. So 70,000 accuracy. Again, let's like switch it to something else. Inspecting. And he just has 68,000 accuracy. So it is working. And we can have a look in our buff bar, and we have indeed Runic Aura. We have a look at our power. We have 52,000. And let's say I remove mine again. Power 49,000. So it does indeed stack. It stacks. Both auras work together. Again, we can confirm this by like leaving the party. We see my power 75,000. We leave the party and we should automatically see them drop down. We do. We have 72,000. And if we're to go and let's say remove our own Mystic Aura, we can see that our accuracy drops as well. So it works and it stacks. Our power's gone, our accuracy has gone down. So they stack together. That's very good to know. That is going to make that mount sought after for most end game groups. Good to hear. Otherwise, the companion's a bit underwhelming. Definitely a good budget option for single target damage, and also then a pretty decent ability on its equip power, just to have that extra stats for when you're still like building up your character. Now, where did the damn thing go? There you go, the spores ability. And again, it's like a chance when you use an encounter, and then it gives you an insane amount of stats, nearly 20%. It's 18.75 to be exact. That's like more than anything else is going to give on Mythic. So again, that's the new mount and our Rumpa-Dump companion just here. Special thank you to all of these channel members for their continued support. If I presented this well, consider leaving the video a like. And if you're new around here, consider subscribing. We'll see you guys around. Goodbye for now.